Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Let's start with this. NIO was last trading at $6.18 flat at the time of this recording. The 52-week high was $16.18 and the 52-week low was $4.78. I hold, as a disclaimer, 2,260 shares at $3.53. And on the SoFi platform, I now hold 950 shares at $7.41. Yes, I bought another 40 shares today, guys. And on my IRA, I hold 900 shares at $7.26. We have a lot to discuss today. The NIO Alps official name could be Onvo. Some pictures were released up on it. Very beautiful looking. NIO's 2024 model see shorter wait times, and NIO to unveil strategy on long life batteries. But before we get into all of this, I want you guys to take a look on this clip on the Biden administration policy on Chinese cars being sold in America. Then we'll discuss it.
The Biden administration is citing national security risks to open an investigation into whether Chinese technology in electric cars and other connected vehicles could be used to spy on Americans, a step that could lead to new regulations on the Chinese technology in the next few months. Chinese-made cars are now up to maybe 9% in the European market, but are not yet a big factor in the U.S. Is there a national security risk, or could this be a potential favor for U.S. automakers in election year? Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo has warned that China could end up tracking millions of Americans through sensors in the cars that they drive and even remotely turn them on and off. The administration is calling this an unprecedented step to try to safeguard Americans' data. Joining us now is the Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. Madam Secretary, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So you're opening an investigation. What do you see as the potential security risk?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, cars these days are, it's like an iPhone on wheels. You get in your car, you connect your phone, you might receive a text message from your family, from your doctor. The car knows your location. It knows your patterns, everywhere you're going, your routes. It's a huge amount of information, collects some biometric information. And imagine a world in which there are, for example, millions of cars, Chinese cars on U.S. roads, collecting this data every minute of every day on millions of Americans and sending that back to Beijing. That's a scary place to be. By the way, not to mention the fact that your car can't run if the software is disabled. So imagine a world where with the flip of a switch, all of those cars could be disabled. So the threats are potentially very significant, and we want to protect the American people.
All right, guys, welcome back. Now, that's the Biden administration policy in allowing Chinese cars to sell in America, because China is so evil, according to them, that they can switch off the software and kill American children. And you want to know why I say this man is a jackass? In fact, female version, a Jenny-ass. This is the fear that they spread in America, and the tribalistic animal will go and still vote for him no matter what. He murdered 20,000 women and children plus already. They will vote for him, even though he said he was going to give us free community college for the children in America. He said that's socialist, but we can continue to sell bombs. He just sent another, I think it's 200 million, rushed it over to Ukraine. Now, take a look at Donald Trump, what he has to say, and you tell me who's the better businessman for our economy. I don't vote based on tribalism. If you do, this is not your channel. Take a look on Donald Trump policy towards what he would do with the Chinese car industry.
Because if you charge tariffs to China, they're going to build their car plants here, and they're going to employ our people. They're right now building big plants because of Biden. They're building big plants in Mexico. So they build a big China plant in Mexico. Then they sell it across the border with very little tax. It's ridiculous. We want them to build their plants in the United States. We don't want to get cars from China. We want to get cars made by China in the United States using our workers.
All right, guys, welcome back. So you decide who you think is better for your economy. And right here in America, as an American, I will always use critical thinking and don't go along party lines. If a president does something wrong, as a good American, I need to stand up against it. If he does something right, I will also point it out. So far, he's been trying to catch us riding dirty, so to speak, falling off his bicycle, falling off the steps, falling on stage. All he does is fall while Neo continues to rise. Now, the great Ray Dalio said, when good things happen, it happens in bunches. Neo gives free Neo phones to customers buying 2024 models. Some will say, oh my God, it's cash burn. No, it's genius. We're building a brand that when they want a new phone, whose phone do you think they will start buying? It's like me, I have Samsung. And I stick with Samsung. You stick with the brand that you're used to, that you like using. Anyway, also on that little clip, you guys decide who do you think is best for business and for the American economy, where both parties, both China and America, can benefit. Donald Trump is saying they can come here, but let them build their factories here, create jobs here. It's a win-win for both sides. The Trojan horse, so to speak. But nevertheless, once we get our foothold here and our factories are 90% automated, we wouldn't have to worry about the lazy union worker because we wouldn't need a lot of them. Now, Neo has recently started giving away free Neo phones to customers buying 2024 models, but the entitlement is currently available only for March, according to local media. Hurry up before the bread runs out. Neo is giving away free Neo phones to increase the appeal of its models. Remember, we're still working our way up for the cheap models. Right now, we are outselling Mercedes and Audi and other premium brands in China because we're a premium brand. So we're getting them used to the brand, and then when we release the sub-brands this year, boom! Shot call in the dance hall. The electric vehicle maker recently started giving away free Neo phones to customers who buy the 2024 models, but the offer is currently only available for March, according to a report in local media. So as we sell a massive amount, I'm not going to go into the whole report, guys, but this will encourage sales of our premium brand, keeping our sales volume high for when we release the sub-brand. Also, our 2024 models sees shorter times. And I really like this article. Neo to unveil strategy on long life batteries upgrade on battery as a service on March 14th. Remember, we always talk about that here on my channel. The range anxiety. When the battery is done, the EV is done, and you've lost your $36,000 when you buy other brands. I'm not going to call no name. Tesla. Sorry, I had to sneeze, guys. Xpeng. And so on. So, we are always trying to innovate and think, and I said this before, King William Lee is a genius, just like the founder of Merck Pharmaceutical, who said put the customer first and all else will follow. So, Neo will unveil its strategy for long life batteries on Thursday, March 14th, and will upgrade its battery as a service battery rental service. The strategy communication on long life batteries will begin at 1:30 p.m. Beijing time on March 14th, and those interested can watch a live video stream at the event on Neo's mobile app, as well as on channels including its Weibo account, according to statement for the company. So, Neo did not disclose details about the communication session, though it said in another statement posted to its mobile app that it will hold a user communication session on battery as a service on March 14th. Bet your last dollar. This is something revolutionary again about to happen. Bet your last dollar on that. Neo's battery as a service rental service is about to receive a full upgrade. We are hosting this user communication session and would like to talk to you in detail about the tweak and the thinking behind it, the statements read. The company announced its battery as a service on August 20th while announcing the battery service. Neo founded Mirarity, a battery asset company, which is responsible for the management of battery assets together with several partners including CATL. So we only use the best of the best. In China, customers who choose to use the battery as a service to purchase a vehicle will have to pay RMB 980 or 1,680 RMB per month for battery leasing. The policy has not seen major changes in the past few years. On January the 20th, so now in our eyes it's becoming outdated according to NIO, and we need to upgrade. On January 20th, NIO co-founder and President Qin Li Hong said at the face-to-face user meeting that the battery as a service program would be adjusted and a new policy would be announced as soon after the Chinese New Year holiday that just ended, holiday on February 10th, 17. The operation of the battery as a service did not meet expectations. He said it did not meet expectations. We need to keep innovating while the others who are trying to keep up, like the American company that is trying to go now to Europe to also have battery swap stations, that cheap looking plastic thing. He said the operation of the battery as a service did not meet expectations and will be adjusted in a good direction next. Qin said at the time, it will be adjusted. I love how they use their words. It will be adjusted in a good direction. Also regarding long life batteries, King William Lee's NIO founder, chairman and CEO had hinted at it earlier this month. A car have a 15-year lifespan. So battery life is important, Lee said on a March 5th analyst call, after the company announced its fourth quarter 2023 earnings. He said a car can have a 15-year lifespan, so battery life is important. Oh my God, who else is saying things like this? Who else is doing things like this? No one but King William Lee. And you guys still say, Mitch, I hope. So now in the comments, no one is saying that again because we don't have to hope. We see what the company is doing. NIO has addressed battery safety. Remember, a lot of batteries are catching fire. And our batteries are not, because we're checking the health of the battery. And again, I said, a lot of Chinese companies are joining with us, and more of them are going to join, more, and even European companies, to use battery as a service, because if they can't check the health of the battery, the Chinese government is not going to put up with that. Your cars will not continue to catch fire and kill people. Not in China, buddy. Maybe over here. NIO has addressed battery safety, charging efficiency. Our charges the battery faster than anyone else. And ease of charging through the battery swap network over the past few years, he said. The next major step for the company is to address the issue of battery life, where it has done a lot of research over the past few years, Lee said. The really important thing that becomes clearer now is battery life. What is King William Lee hinting to? A battery that will last longer than the competition. Battery swap helps maintain battery life, and extending battery life through operational means is an ultimate solution, he said. Ultimate solution. So, I hope you guys understand why I choose a certain policy, even when I cast my vote here in America. It is to be who is best for my economy, who is best in stopping genocidal wars that this clown that's falling off the bike, riding dirty, drunk possibly, has continued the policy of war so that warmongers can continue to make money even if women and children are murdered. Not under my watch. I have humanities. I want a president that will do what's best for all. As you clearly heard, Donald Trump said he will allow the Chinese to come here if they build here. No problem with that. Our factories will be mostly automated. And yes, we will have a few lazy union workers, but just a few. We will tolerate them. And we will continue to grow both economies. I hope you guys found this video to be informational and inspirational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we're waking up the middle class to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.